All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us this beautiful Friday afternoon. I am Laura Nelson with Keller Williams Realty on the Laura Nelson Real Estate team. Here to give you an update on what's going on in the real estate market and mortgage industry. We'll have our guest, Kristen Cameron, on here just a little bit with Caliber Home Loans to discuss the latest updates on the mortgage, interest rates, what's going on there, and answer any questions that you might have. And then we'll also have Amanda with Older Public Home Protection to speak about some different options with home warranties. So in the meantime, I just kind of wanted to let you know what's going on in terms of our local real estate market and where we're at week over week. I've been kind of, studying the statistics on how the coronavirus has been affecting our market. And we're going on week 4 now, I believe. And just want to give you kind of an insight on where we're at. I did last Friday talk about that. And looks like Kristen's coming on here. But I did talk a little bit about the statistics. So I want to kind of revisit that. I'm going to show you my screen here, give you an idea of what last week looked like compared to this week. So as you can see here, last week we were Brentwood. So I take the Brentwood, Antioch, Oakley, and Discovery Bay markets to give you an idea. Brentwood last week, there were listed 20 homes listed and 15 sold. Antioch, 22 listed, 19 sold. Oakley, 11 were listed, 7 sold. Discovery Bay listed 8 and sold 5. This week, you can see the numbers are trending down a little bit. For Brentwood, 13 homes have been listed. Now, this isn't taking into consideration anything that might be going on the market today or tomorrow. So keep that in mind. And then as well as 10 homes have sold. We have Antioch listed 18, sold 12. Oakley listed 0 this week. So no new homes came on the market this week for Oakley, and 7 have sold this week. And Discovery Bay, 7 were listed and 6 were sold. So it's interesting because, our inventory was already really, really low. And so, this obviously doesn't help, and people are kind of going, oh, should I even list my home? And so we're seeing the listings trending down. So our inventory is even going down even lower, which, there's still buyers out there, but just not enough homes for them to choose. So we'll see how this goes. My prediction is that we're going to have a lot of pent up demand at some point. And people, after this is all over, will be getting their homes listed, and hopefully we'll see some normalcy around here. So in the meantime, though, it looks like we have Kristen here coming on to join us. And let's see if we can get her on. Kristen, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm not sure how to fix that. I see that the video is on, but you can hear me okay?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if there should be a thing that says start video, hopefully.
Yep, I'm trying that and it's not.
Okay.
Oops, now it's okay, it's not working. Shoot. Okay, technology. Host has asked you to start your video. Okay, sorry for this. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's not working. Can you hear me?
It's okay.
I can hear you. Yeah. So I guess as long as we can hear you, right?
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, technology sometimes. Okay. All right. So I'm here. How are you doing, Laura?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Good. So we have Kristen Cameron on. She's with Caliber Home Loans. Kristen and I have been working together for almost 20 years in the business. We kind of started together.
Yes, we did.
So she just has, it's crazy. I can't believe how time flies.
I know, time is really flying.
Yeah, so Kristen's on today to talk a little bit about the updates in the mortgage. I get a ton of questions almost daily from people that are curious to know what's going on with interest rates and down payment
Okay.
assistance. Where does the future hold? So with that being said, is there anything that you can tell us about where things are at right now in terms of like down payment assistance program? Is there still, I'm being told that down payment assistance is no longer existent. Is that true, or where are we at with?
No. Well, Caliber, we're still doing down payment assistance programs right now. So, I have heard that other lenders have pulled out of the down payment assistance programs temporarily. So definitely, if a buyer is pre-approved with a down payment assistance program, make sure that they check in with their lender. But as of right now, Caliber is still doing them. It's kind of a really fluid situation right now. So the down payment assistance programs can be put on hold at any time. But the good news is if they do get put on hold, they will come back, because we all know how important it is to have the down payment assistance programs for our first time home buyers.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Definitely for those that are trying to get their foot on the door,
Yes.
those programs definitely help. So it's good to know that they're still around.
Yes.
Things
They're still
change
around.
day by day. So I know
Yes,
that
even
what's
hour
available
by
today,
hour.
yeah, what's available today might not be available tomorrow or the next hour. So like you
That's
said,
very, very true.
interest rates, they were, in the beginning of all this, really, really low. And
Yes.
people were taking advantage and, refinancing and getting those great rates. And then things kind of seemed to come to a halt and go up a little bit. Is there anything you can tell us about that as far as what's going on with our interest rates?
So for interest rates, really kind of, let's see, well, did you want to you were talking about refinances and then interest rates? You want me to kind of touch on a little bit of both?
Either. So basically, kind of like, what are the future of our interest rates? Where do they look?
Okay.
Where do you
the future of the rates is actually very, very good because of the stimulus package that the feds have put in place. So right now it's a little bit confusing, but the feds are putting a lot of money into mortgage-backed securities, which in turn keeps our rates low. So rates right now are a little bit touchy just because of the capacity issue with how the lenders kind of just have too many loans in the pipeline right now. And so it's kind of making rates up a little bit right now. Now, as soon as our pipelines clear out and just really start to close, we're going to see those rates come back down, and they're going to stay down for a very long time because of what the feds are doing with the mortgage-backed securities. And it's the whole stimulus package. So the projection of rates is they're going to be low for a very long time.
Well, that's great news. That's really, really good news. So what would be your suggestion for people right now that are on the fence about buying because of interest rates, not knowing which direction to take on that?
Well, here's the thing. So if you're on the fence about buying, don't be, because really purchase loans, those are the loans that the lenders want right now. So you're going to still be able to get a really, really good rate, especially with Caliber home loans. We put purchase loans first and then the refinance. So we want those purchase loans. So you're still going to be able to get a loan, a purchase loan in the 3s. If you can, so I would definitely not be on the fence right now. So rates right now, like I said, they're a little bit, it's a fluid situation, but with purchase loans, don't be on the fence. It's a good time to purchase.
You're saying that they're still in the 3s right now?
For purchase loans, yes. And that's with Caliber. Now that's with Caliber home loans. So I have been talking to other lenders and see where their rates out. Now you could probably be quoted something in the 4s, but right now Caliber's main thing, our thing is we want those purchase loans. So we're giving really good rates for those purchase loans.
Okay, that's good to know. And do you think you're saying the interest rates will stay at that, or do you think I mean, it's hard, we don't have the crystal ball, but do you see them possibly be going lower, or again.
Yeah, I think there is a good possibility that we could see interest rates maybe go into the 2.9% for a 30-year fix. We're not quite there yet. And I think that we're going to have kind of a long haul with the rates as we're seeing right now. But I think once the coronavirus we get a handle on that, I think it seems so strange to say that, but as soon as we get a handle on that, we're going to see some more stability in the market and more stability in the rates, and really see the effects of what the Feds are doing with the stimulus plan to lower rates. So right now you might not see that, but maybe in the future, yes, I do think you're going to see rates in the high twos.
Okay. So for people right now, again, that are just like, which direction I take, do you suggest maybe them speaking with a lender and getting them the information, so at least being proactive, so that when it gets to a point of, the interest rates being where they'd like it to be, that they can just kind of get ready, get going?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I want to touch on what you said earlier, crystal ball. So, I mean, that's a projection that they might be 2.9%. So, if we can get you, so differences, purchase, I think that if somebody's on the fence, go ahead and do your purchase loan now. If you get a loan, if you get a rate in the 3s, that's perfect. That's still all-time historical lows. So still do that. Now refinances. Now, if you're on the fence on the refinance and you kind of just wait for them to drop into the 2s, I probably wouldn't do that, because you're gambling a little bit. I would say call me if you want to refinance, and we can start your application. Kind of each day, it's going to be a day-by-day process step for this. Each day we'll see where the rates are and see if it's a good time to lock. And I think, so right now I actually just quoted out a refinance right before this call, and I got the fella a 3.25 on a 30-year fixed. But I got it at the right time. So I think that right now is a really, really good time to refinance and start the applications right away, because you want to be able to lock, because it could be just a matter of minutes to an hour that you just missed that rate.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Don't miss the boat, right? I mean, so even though all this craziness happened, there's still good things to be said about the mortgage and interest rates. And so that's really good news. So
definitely.
Okay. Just like to clarify those things, because there's so much different speculations and people saying so many different things, quoting different interest rates, and it's good to hear it from the source. So
yes.
Okay.
And every lender's going to have their own, sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but every lender's going to have their own take on where they want to price things. And it's really has to do with capacity issues, what has closed and what they open up the door for some more loans. So that's why get your applications in. If it's a day that they are going to open it up to more loans, then you want to get in and lock.
Okay. Good to know. Anybody has questions, I think you can go ahead and chat in the box over there, ask any questions, and we can open that up for you guys.
I did want to touch a little bit on the forbearance.
Okay, yeah, that's my next question. I want to ask about that, because people have been asking about the forbearance and if they should do it, and what is your recommendation on that?
Okay, so first and foremost, and I can't stress this enough, call your servicer first before you start missing any payments. You can't just stop making your payments. You have to call your servicer first, get a plan in place. So basically, if you've been affected with an income loss due to COVID-19, most servicers are offering a forbearance. And so what a forbearance is, it's a 90-day deferment of payments. So it's not a forgiveness, it's a deferment of payments. So basically, when that 90 days is up, all those deferred payments that you've just kind of skipped are due in a one lump sum. So if you can't make it, all those payments that you've just missed for that 90 days in that lump sum, you're going to have to call your servicer back and come up with a new plan, either to figure out a repayment option or maybe do a loan modification. But you always have to talk to your servicer, and every servicer has their own guidelines on what they can do, but all of them are offering the forbearance. But just please remember, the forbearance is not of forgiveness, you still owe the money, and it doesn't just get tacked on to the end or anything like that. So I just want to really get that out there and educate people, because this is not, it's something that can be done, but it's not the best option.
It's like a last resort.
Yes,
if you really
last resort.
Yes. Need, then it should be done.
Yes,
okay. But
yes,
it's good
because
to know that it's not something that's forgiven, that it's something you end up having to pay anyways.
Yes, okay. you do. And most people right now have a lot of equity. So you just don't want to just do this just because. And because what happens if you can't make up that 90, after 90 days, you can't make up that payment, those payments that are deferred, then you're jeopardizing your equity. So only do this if you really absolutely have to. So keep making your payments if you can.
Right. Okay. That's good info for sure.
Great.
Wonderful. Well, so is there a way for people to reach you? How can people reach you?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you can call. Yeah. You can call my.
1 second.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead, Kristen. We got Amanda
sorry.
just jumped on. But yeah, how can people reach you so that in case they have further questions about the mortgage or interest rates, how they can get things going to get themselves prepared to either refinance or purchase?
Perfect. Okay, so my direct line is area code 925-525-8320. And Laura has that number. So if you didn't get to write that down there, Laura can give you my contact info. But the best way to reach me is to call me so we can talk over your scenario. And right now, of course, because of COVID-19, we're not doing any in-person meetings, but we can do everything over the phone. We have great online app systems. It's a smart app. You can fill it out. The more you fill out on the application, the smarter it gets. It'll verify your income, your assets, and sometimes in most cases, all I need is a pay stub to do a loan. So we really try to streamline things. But for the contact information, again, I'll just give my direct number. It's 925-525-8320. And you can call or text as well.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat over here too.
So thank you.
Get that, and then
and you can put my email in there. It's a long one, so I didn't I didn't spell it all right there, but it's kristen.kalmarin@caliberhomeloans.com. And I can, if Laura, if you could put that in your little chat thing, because it's kind of a long.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You're so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the info, and
of course.
Stay safe and healthy out there.
Yes, you too. You too. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Hi, Amanda.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So this is Amanda. She's with Old Republic Home Protection. She is our home warranty girl. And I thought it would be great to have her on here because, we all know that when you buy a home, it's really important to have home warranty in place so that it covers, everything for you for the year and possibly longer. But not a lot of people know about something called a seller's coverage. And I wanted to bring her on here to talk a little bit about that and how that can benefit people who have their home listed or are planning on listing their home right now. So can you tell us a little bit about what a seller's coverage is?
Yeah, so the seller's policy, or we call it listing coverage or seller's policy, is ordered by you or a realtor, the listing agent, that says, hey, why don't we put seller's coverage on this home? And we can talk about, how you get into that on your listing agreements. But you call me and you give me an address and seller's name, or you can order it online just like you would any other home warranty, or you can call the home warranty, or you can text me, right? And the seller's portion comes on the day that, any time during the listing period. I like the day that you listed or the day it goes on the market, but any time during the listing period. And then when you get into contract, you then pay a per day amount. Right now it's $1.19 a day. So you pay that from the time you order it to the time you close escrow, and then you pay for it at the end of the escrow period.
Okay, so it can be so after you close, it can just be taken off of your proceeds. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I don't care who pays for it. You can pay for it. The seller can pay for it.
Or the seller. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It can just, as soon as it's closed, it's done.
Okay. Until after you've closed escrow. So it's not due until the home has either been taken off the market or the home, hopefully when the home closes escrow, you pay that seller's portion. Perfect. It is ordered in conjunction with the buyer's plan. So when you're ordering a seller's coverage policy, I normally just pick my ultimate with air policy.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that it's due. It's ordered in conjunction because it's also a tool for me to say to you, hey, hopefully the buyer chooses Old Republic when you get into contract, if that makes sense. And then you only pay the seller's portion when you close escrow.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. And what is covered under that?
So everything under the seller's coverage is covered under the buyer's coverage with a few caveats. So seller's coverage covers heating, plumbing, electrical, the built-in appliances, air conditioning, and pest control. Okay. Not the any optional coverage. So you can't add pool coverage. You can't add washer, dryer, refrigerator coverage. You can't add septic coverage. It's our ultimate protection with air package. And that's what's covered under seller's coverage. The only caveat is on heating or air conditioning, there's a $1,500 limit on how much we will spend on those repairs or replacements. There isn't limits on buyer's coverage, but on seller's coverage, there absolutely is. So it's $1,500 for that portion, but that's everything else, no limits. It's the exact same warranty.
Okay. Good to know. So if you have the seller's coverage and then the buyer wants to continue it, is it still the same coverage or?
So when you let me know that the home is in escrow and then that in fact the buyer wants to go with Old Republic, the buyer's coverage you can add optional coverage, you can make all of those changes then. It's just the seller's portion is that ultimate with air package. But if you were listing a house with a pool, the buyer absolutely needs pool coverage. It's then added in for the buyer.
Okay, that's good to know. And so what happens if the home's listed and for whatever reason the seller decides to take it off the market and we have this going? How does that work?
You send me a text or an email or you call me and you say, hey, 123 Main Street's off the market. If Old Republic has not spent money on claims, I don't have a way to bill you for the seller's portion. So it's kind of goes away. That's the only time that sort of, I'm not going to ever tell you something is free. It isn't. What it is that I just really don't have a way to bill you if you don't go through an escrow period, as long as you haven't placed claims. If you have, then you owe the day per diem portion of the seller's coverage, if that makes sense to you. So 3 things can happen. You can, 1, take it off the market. 2, you get a contract that says another home warranty company. Again, I ask that you just kind of call the buyer's agent and say, hey, we already have a warranty with Old Republic. It mitigates any pre-existing conditions for the buyer because, and you can give this example, if the water heater goes out day they move in,
right,
might have a problem on the buyer's coverage. When's the last time you used it? But you've had seller's coverage for this amount of time. So now it's covered, right?
So
no problem.
An extra layer of protection. Okay.
Right. So, and then if they choose not to, or they say, no, we're waiving a warranty, you give me the date of escrow, and then we just bill you for only the seller's portion from the day that you opened it to the day escrow closes. Okay. Perfect. Awesome.
So that's good to know. I just wanted to kind of put that out there because not a lot of people know about it, and I just feel like, especially now with everything going on, if you do have your home listed or planning on listing, it's just that extra protection. We all need extra protection right now, I feel like. So
the warranty is here for budget protection, peace of mind. The sellers need it more now than ever. Anybody needs it more now than ever. But when you're home, you're using your appliances more. You're using your systems more. They're more likely to break down. And if you can't close an escrow if you don't have a heater, and you can't close an escrow if you don't have a stove. So all of these things, and we're prepared and here for you. And it's the budget protection and peace of mind that I think people are looking for more than ever, especially trusting and selling your home now. It's $1.19 a day. There's not a reason to not get it, I think.
Right. Definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much for the info. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, we'll be definitely in touch. You stay healthy and safe out there, and I appreciate everybody. Does anybody have any questions for Amanda? No.
You're like, yeah, we know her.
If so, message me. I'll give my information, and we'll get things going. We use her all the time, so when we do our home warranties, I have all her information. So thank you so much.
You can put my email in the chat if you want to.
Yeah.
Or here,
Okay.
I can do it.
All right. I got you. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And then that way everybody has that as well.
Perfect. All right, Amanda. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And, take care.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. And you guys, you know that our team is here for you. So if there's ever anything that we can do for you, whether it's real estate related or not, I invite you to please reach out to us. I'm going to go ahead and put our my direct cell phone down here for anybody, and my email as well. And if you have, you know, like I said, further questions that may not have gotten answered for you today, please reach out. Thank you so much, everybody, and make it an awesome day.